We all know that a leader's attitude can significantly impact an entire group. But do you believe that with just a smile, a king could change not only his court, but also the fate of a whole nation? Today's story will bring you a meaningful lesson about the power of a smile and the transformation that starts from within. Let's explore together. Once upon a time in a distant kingdom, there was a king who always felt that his court meetings were heavy and tense. Every time the king expressed his opinion, the courtiers would remain silent, with few daring to voice their thoughts or show support. A gloomy atmosphere filled the room, leaving the king exhausted after each session. The king worried about the growing distance between him and his courtiers, as well as the lack of unity within the court. One day, the king sought advice from the court's sage, a wise man who had long served in the palace, and asked, "I want to change the atmosphere of these meetings. How can I encourage people to speak up more and bring more harmony to the court?" The sage listened attentively and replied, "Your Majesty, it is possible, but you must try something special. Each morning, after preparing yourself, wear this mask, a mask with a gentle smile. Sit in front of the mirror and look at it for a few minutes every day before entering the court. Do this for 90 days, and you will see the difference." The king heeded the sage's advice and began the practice. Every morning, before stepping into the court, he wore the mask and sat before the mirror. The mask looked no different from the king's own face, except for the soft, subtle smile. At first, the courtiers were abuzz with curiosity, surprised by the king's cheerful expression. But gradually, the atmosphere in the court began to shift as well. The meetings no longer felt heavy and oppressive. People started to speak more openly, expressing their opinions frankly and supporting the king's decisions. The environment became lively and enthusiastic, and harmony slowly returned to the court. After a month, the king was pleased with the changes. However, he was still curious and asked the sage, "Is there a way for me to remove the mask while keeping the court's joyful and harmonious spirit? Do I have to wear it forever?" The sage smiled and said, "Your Majesty, you can take off the mask now. In fact, the mask is no different from your own face, except for a slight smile. But that smile has gradually become a part of you. It was the shift in your demeanor that changed everything." From that day on, the king no longer needed to wear the mask, but the smile remained on his face. And that very smile became the strength that united the court, bringing joy and support to the king's decisions. The story of the king and his smile is proof that sometimes even a small change, like a smile, can alter the fate of an entire nation.